Guys, welcome back to another Alex the Car Doctor live back at you. So excited to
Yes.
be with you guys, as always.
It's a great Wednesday. Nothing spectacular happened. It was just a good Wednesday.
It is something spectacular happening. It is the holiday season, guys, and I'm counting down to the days of this cruise. And we probably always talk about it.
Huh. Anyway, car questions.
Well, I wanted to talk about work vehicles.
Story time.
Yes,
A lot of things going on. As you guys come into the live, drop where you at, where you're from, and what's the weather. Because I'm nosy.
Love to hear where you guys are from and what weather condition y'all dealing with.
Yeah, because guess what? I don't like cold weather.
We are in Georgia, and the weather's been like
up and down.
Yes, very bipolar. About 40s and 50s, and in the midday about 60s. Right? Did I hit that?
Yeah, I don't know. I be needing a coat, so I don't know. But anyway, drop where you're from, and we want to know what's up with you. We care about you. Okay, I want to know if you putting on your coat or you bundling up.
Or you living at large in the 80-degree weather.
Don't come in if you got 80-degree weather. I don't care. Just playing though.
Are we gonna talk about the work trucks?
I don't know, but I want to say this, but we'll get into it. We'll get
probably
into
not gonna have time.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna do that.
Jonathan Lopez, what's up, Alex and Wifey? I just started Jay's Mobile Auto Repair in Farmington.
Sweet, man, that's pretty cool.
New Mexico, and I was hoping you could share some wisdom from your days as a mobile mechanic. What are some lessons learned? What you got, babe?
Ooh, man,
so many. We got so many.
Let's keep it simple. I'm pretty sure you have an area where you stay. You want to keep your area short. You don't want to be traveling all the way across country to other cities.
Yeah, counties. I don't know how is New Mexico set up.
Yeah, how is New Mexico set up? But you don't want to. You want to keep it like within about 15 to 20 minute range, because the less driving you're doing, meaning more cars you're working on, meaning more money in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
If you're spending half the time trying to get to the person, let's say, this person 40 minutes out. Ooh, my next client is an hour out. You're not gonna make no money, dude. You're gonna wear yourself out.
You're gonna be in the car most of the time.
Yeah, you're gonna tear up your car, and there's more maintenance and just more time spent in your car, and no money in your pocket.
So here in Georgia, we have counties, and so Alex was a mobile mechanic twice. He was one the first go around, and he got burnt out and went and got a regular job, for U-Haul, I think. No, UPS somewhere. But anyway, the second time he wanted to do it, I said, look, we're gonna do this right. Just limit yourself to the county we live in, which is a pretty big, so it cut down his commute time from going to people.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's set up like that. Do not accept PayPal for payment. A person can dispute the payment, and PayPal is going to take their side. That's what happened to us. We wound up suing a guy who never paid.
Get like a deposit. Try to deal with cash. Get handwritten stuff saying, hey, do you approve of this work? Get that stuff written in hand, because people are flimflams. They'll say, they will take you, do this work, and thousands of dollars worth of work done. As soon as you leave, they dispute the payment, and you don't have nothing to show for it. Like, oh, wait a minute, I got this in writing that you approved this and you wanted this done. Plus, I have videos saying, hey, try to video document stuff, not only for, well, you're probably not into entertaining people, but just, hey, to cover yourself. Like, hey, customer base say, hey, this wasn't like this before you touched my car. Wait a minute, I have it on video. I videotape
if you see
every
something
car.
janky, take a picture or whatever.
Take a picture, videotape it. Video is the new world. Before you even touch a car, skim your camera over the whole vehicle. That way no one can say nothing, you did nothing to their vehicle, or nothing is out of place, or this was damaged after you touched it. Video.
Yeah, so you see something crazy, document.
So those are a couple of things to keep it short.
I got one more.
Yeah, go ahead, Sweetie.
I got one more. Dang, I forgot it. Like, my brain just be going. Don't try to, I know you probably able to, and I know you might think, big money. Try to limit it to quick, fast jobs. Because what you don't want to do is get caught up on a big job out in the elements, and it wind up tying up 3 or 4 of your days. And you probably make $1,000, $1,500 off the job. But if you can make $1,000 a day doing quick stuff, then you just wasted your time. So engines and all that stuff, just keep it simple. Okay.
You mobile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it quick.
Offer mobile services. Anything bigger than that, send them to a shop.
Yeah.
Good luck. Much success on your
Yes,
business, though.
for
You
sure.
can make great money being a mobile mechanic for sure. Sheree, I hope I said that right. Greetings from South Carolina, cold by way of New York. Oh, you can handle that, girl. If you from New York, cold ain't even a topic of conversation.
Unless you done got bougie by being down there.
Yeah, you done got used to living in the South, but New York, I couldn't even think straight if I'm in New York. Colonel Buckshot in the house. Good evening, King and Queens from Bama.
Buddy?
I love me some Colonel Buckshot and some Thinker Outside the Box. Hey, fam, it was 40 degrees and sleeting here earlier in the DCMD area. Yeah, the further north we go,
guys, these are our family members, right? They show up every time.
Absolutely.
To the family gathering. What they call it? The
family reunion.
Yeah, family reunion.
Every
That's what
Wednesday and every
it.
Sunday. Steve says, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor. What's
happening, Steve?
Sheree said, I wish I could use the mic. Do you guys do lives on TikTok?
Sometimes.
We're trying to get in the groove of it sometimes, but we're still handling 4 platforms
it's a booger.
Yeah, and running a shop and managing employees and managing children. So we're really trying to schedule everything. So
we normally try to give all our attention to YouTube and Facebook
because it's easier. Like I could add 2 platforms here. I can't really add TikTok and Instagram, but we'll try to carve out some time if the demand is there for sure. Yeah. D White Fit Life says Bay Area, California, nice, but a little chilly right now. You know what? I really thought California was hot all the time, but your sister living there let me know that it's not. Roger Yanet says, what's up, guys? Greetings from Los Angeles, California.
Everybody in Cali in the house tonight.
Valdosta, Georgia. Rain one day, cold the other, the hot the next.
The same.
That's how Georgia get down. That's how we do.
Georgia life. I guess no matter where you're at in Georgia, it's the same.
Right. Nunez Mario says, hey, Doc, Miss Doc, the winter here in Chicago is nice and cold, but here, and I'm driving my Jeep Commander 06 with no heater.
Oh my gosh,
dude. Man, you ain't got no heat.
It? You a soldier for that. My hat goes off to you on that one.
He ain't got no heat out there.
Pulling down the dashboard.
It get cold like New York and Chicago.
Oh, I know. I don't know, man. You better get you some electric thing or get you an inverter and put you a space heater in that bad boy.
Come on, you got to make it work. Regina Elliott says Texas. I like to see the ladies in the house tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of ladies in the house.
Heriberto, because the H is silent in Spanish, says you're the we appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes, we do. That. Luis Sanchez says, hey there, Alex. Kansas City is a little chilly. Go Chiefs. Didn't y'all just whoop up on the
Falcons?
Everybody whooped up on the Falcons, but dang, y'all just had a really good game. The Eagles. Y'all just whooped up on the Eagles. Congrats to y'all. Hello, Alex and wife. What's happening, y'all?
What's happening? Hello.
What's your thoughts on those Audi 4-cylinders with turbo, Doc?
They are known, depending on what year. I don't know if they fixed it with the newer gens, but like the 12s and up in there, the 15s, they had timing chain problems at around 100K. You will need between 100 to 130. You will run into some timing chain issues with that 2.0 turbo. But hey, if you have the money to play, I love VW Group, because VW Group cover a lot of variety of vehicle. It covers VW, of course, Audi, Bentley, Lamborghini, and something else. I forget.
Anyway, I have...
it makes the Bugatti. Bugatti, yes.
I have a VW. I love my Jetta. Okay, I would probably drive that till I'm an old lady with gray locks.
Hey, that thing get about 50, 60 miles to the gallon.
Still doing 80, 90 miles per hour.
That thing be moving. Diesel, baby.
Cohen Crenshaw says, hey, I got a 2013 Buick LaCrosse. Recently, the radio stopped working and the blinkers are working but not clicking. Ever ran into that problem? Fuses are good.
You might have a blinker relays. I don't know. Now the radio I can't help you with. I'm not an audio guy by no means. I dibble and dabble in it a little bit. I'm more of a rookie.
In the radio
department. I can do it, but most likely it's an older. It's 2013. That's considered about 10 years old now.
Yeah.
The radio probably went kaput. That blinker though, I'm not
blinkers
sure.
are working, but they don't click like click, click, click.
It
like
may be the little audible thing, however it plays. I know sometimes they click through the speakers and they have a little special
related
audio.
to each other.
Yeah, because sometimes the audible thing clicks through the speakers, and if it has something to do with your radio, it could tie into that. Yeah.
Sorry, not much help there.
Sorry about that.
John Rojas says, hello from Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay, Texas. We're gonna have to go to Texas.
Hold on. Speaking of Texas, I gotta tell y'all a little quick story. I owe y'all an apology. I really do. All you viewers, if you let me tell the people.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
With your fine self.
You didn't never tell me though.
You about to know in a second.
See, she don't tell me nothing, guys. She just sprang it on me one minute.
I'm gonna say when the kids say he all cap. You're capped. Speaking of Texas. Well, first of all, let me apologize. When you guys come in and say, wish I had a mechanic like that in my area.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's no mechanic like that in my area.
I know exactly.
I wish I would ship my car to you. And I'm thinking.
Yeah, we got to tell you this story.
Whatever.
This is ridiculous.
It's plenty of great mechanics out there. But today, we had a customer who lived in Georgia, but moved to Texas. And a month ago, 2 ago,
You see the back of my hand? Everybody know the back of their hand, right? What do you think I know about Pentastars? I'm pretty sure I would think I know them like the back of my hand, right? Go on.
All right.
Get to that.
So he moves to Texas in this amount of time. And so we get a call for him. Hey, my car's at the dealership and they say the camshafts that when you did the lifters are misaligned. So our first thing like, oh, well, you sure?
Yeah, that don't
Because if the camshaft was misaligned, it would never crunk up and drove out of here, much less drive from Georgia to Texas.
Yeah, it would have had some type of check engine light. It wouldn't have made it.
So he sends us a picture of the quote, a handwritten quote. Now, mind you, it's 2023, 24, going on 24. Nobody handwrites anything. All of our stuff is electronic now. So that was my first red flag.
No,
second of all, so they're writing him up for $3,000 worth of repairs that we've already done. Mm-hmm. Right? So Alex is trying to help him diagnose over the phone. So I guess the guy finally takes it to the real dealership because I was like, it's no way if it's handwritten, the dealership is the most technical place out there. He sends another screenshot today that, oh, well, the cams are aligned. So Alex said, oh, well, no, that you have a different problem. It
literally says in sync.
Yeah, cams are in sync.
When he was giving me the code, when I initially talked with him, I haven't seen nothing. I just called him up, try to get a better understanding of what's going on, get a feel of the situation. I spoke with the customer. I ran him down on everything. I got a better understanding of what's going on. He's like, yeah, when I get on the gas or going uphill, it seems like it vibrates, it shakes. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, that sounds like a misfire. Normally when it comes to Pentastars, there's only a couple of things that can cause it to misfire. A couple of things cause misfire. And the things normally that I see is injectors. I do see injectors and coils. So you may have one of those issues. Mm-hmm. So I was like, if you had a misaligned cam, sometimes the vehicle won't even crank up. It won't even allow itself to crank up. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't think you would have made it out my shop without a check engine light.
Right. So it was preposterous. Long story short.
What will confirm the cams? If you had a correlation code, it'll say
timing code.
It'll say something about cam, something correlation, bank 1. It'd be dealing with the timing, be like a P0017. That's like a timing code. Like, if you don't see that, it's not timing related. So he sent me the codes. I'm looking at them. I see
no timing codes.
Cylinder 6 misfire and a random misfire. Random misfire, you can't really be worried about that. You have to focus in on the 6 misfire. I'm like, well, who told this man this stuff?
So yeah, basically ripping him off. Basically,
I'm like, wow, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, sir? I'm so confident in the work that we did. I will ship your car back from Texas to Georgia because whatever we did is under warranty. But if I get it to Georgia and it's not,
and I was gonna film this too,
got nothing to do with what we did. You got to cover the shipping.
Yeah, it's not about money. Of course, I'm gonna take care of my customers, but if it don't have nothing to do with me. somebody should be able in Texas to trace down a misfiring coil.
All you good mechanics in Texas, please comment so we can look you up and refer people to you, because that don't make it.
This is crazy.
But anyway, that's our little quick story time. I know y'all like shut up and answer our questions, but we had to tell y'all about that. Like they straight up wrote almost $4,000 worth of repairs that this man just had.
I always do everything new
everything,
gaskets.
Everything.
I go in and I train my guys. If my guys do it, I train them the right way. So I don't want to hear that. I use the proper tools, everything.
Shan called him back, which is the front desk service writer. She was like, "Look, we'll ship it here. You can cover. We, if it's not that, we'll cover." He was like, "Well, no. Can you just ask Alex what he think it is, and that way I can go back to the mechanic." So I was like, "It's either injector or coil," because he was like, "No, just So that's my little Texas story for today.
Oh, man,
trucking Sasquatch. Thank you for the super chat. He says,
"Appreciate you, buddy. I really do. Thank you so much."
All the time. He said, "Yo, okay, so." That's craziest thing. My wife was driving and the crankshaft pulley fell off.
Whoa.
97 3.8 Mustang.
Okay, so those Mustangs, I've seen this. On a 3. I think it was a 3.9, basically the same engine. The crankshaft pulley broke inside the crank. Normally you'd be able to screw it right out. I actually bought a car from auction that had that same problem. Or what happened was the rubber ring, it's normally a crankshaft pulley or crank pulley is a 2-piece. You have a solid metal piece in the middle that's normally bolted directly to the crankshaft, and then it's surrounded by rubber. Then you have a ring that goes over that rubber and it's held in place by the rubber. And over time, especially that's a 98, that rubber will dry rot, and it's also called a harmonic balancer. That outer ring will slide off and it'll just come off, or the bolt will break and the whole pulley will come off with everything.
Didn't we buy a car?
That's what I was just saying. Yeah, we bought a beautiful red convertible, low miles,
untouched.
Yeah, and I guess they was like, man, I think it came from a shop or something.
How much we paid for it?
Like, it had to be low. We be buying cars like $600. Look, yeah, it had to be $600. Yeah, so that boat will come out nice and easy. It will strike fear into most mechanics' eyes, because they look at that, they be like, oh man, that boat's stuck. Man, you're gonna need a whole new engine, because basically you have to take out the crank, and that you have to take out. No one is gonna do that. Definitely that boat should come out if the boat did break inside the crank. I got it out pretty easy.
And we sold that car to some kid.
Yeah,
he was happy to get it. Nunez says, and still thinking of getting a Ford Focus. I don't have Honda or Toyota money. What you think?
What year Focus? Yeah, I would need to know what year Focus.
The newer ones aren't that bad.
Yeah, they're not that bad, but guys, I'm not too fond of Ford cars. Yeah. If it doesn't have like the truck platform type engine, meaning if they don't use that engine in a truck, it's not gonna be like built Ford tough. They cars like it was a second thought, like, oh dang, we need to make some cars. We need to stop focusing on trucks right now. Right. But to answer your question, the newer ones are pretty good. I don't see them in the shop. It's just something about Ford cars that don't sit.
They done did you wrong so long. You don't
that's probably, I'm biased, that's guys. What it is. You probably have to talk with somebody that's
But the newer ones, I mean, those Focuses, I've seen them with 300,000 miles.
I haven't seen them.
I have. I've seen them.
Maybe I probably wasn't paying attention because
I've seen them.
Like it like that.
Listen, Consumer Report.
Yes, that's your best friend.
That's the best magazine.
I am biased, guys. I like Ford trucks.
They ain't never stared me wrong. All right, James in the house says, I've got a question, car doctor. If a mechanic changes out your ECM on your vehicle with another one, can it mess up a bunch of things?
Not necessarily. If you don't program that ECM right, and depending on what vehicle, I've never seen it mess up anything else. But if it's not programmed right, oh yeah, your whole car flip out. It's all dealing with the programming, because ECM is just a brain, guys. It runs the sensors.
Now, what is the ECM for our viewers that have
Okay, ECM in human terms is your brain. Our brain runs all of our motor functions. It's able to make our fingers move, blink your eyes. It handles everything. Same with the car. That car will not come to life without an ECM. Modern day fuel injected car. Because I'm going to get some old heads saying, hey, we had brainless cars back in the days. Yes, with points and things. I'm not talking about that. We're talking about modern day cars. I had to clear that up because back in the 70s and the 60s, yeah, cars didn't use computers.
ECM as in computer, right? Yeah, needed to work, but if it's not programmed right, you know,
gonna have issues.
Talented Trey Taylor says, "Keep up the great work. I'm a fan on TikTok."
What? Oh man, it's good to see you.
That's what's up.
We haven't even been on TikTok. That's the funny thing.
I know. I gotta do better.
Yeah.
Sheree says, "Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That New Yorker, aka she can deal with any kind of weather south of the Mason-Dixon line." I don't know. Is it Mage? I don't want to mess up your name. So he says, "Hey, all, Jonathan Lopez. How far are you from Deming?" I guess he's talking to another commenter. "Hey, Alex and Wifey, how would you typically charge for a power draw and winch bumper installation? Worst case scenario, ballpark figure."
I don't do aftermarket upgrades. That will be something that needs to be taken to like a 4x4 or lift. People who specialize in lifts, they normally do like winch installations and bumper drawbars and things like that. But to answer your question with the diagnostic, if you're having some type of electrical draw, normally I charge about an hour to 2 hours, worst case 2 hours to figure that out. Which
minimum.
Equivalent,
all
minimum.
Electrical starts at a 2 hour minimum.
Okay, yeah, she would know.
Well, he don't make the prices. That's me. So if you come in and say I have a power draw, I'm gonna charge you 2 hours minimum,
which equivalent to
like $250.
Yes.
Yeah, to start. All right, go ahead. But in the meantime, he says it's Mage. It's pronounced like Page. Okay, so I got it right, but with an M. Tuning in from New York City. What's the weather talking about up there? I'm nosy to know. Okay. Herman Barry says, "Hello, guys. That's family right there. That's family right there. Hey, Win, come see me. You know where we be at." All right. Blazing Cyrus says, "YouTube is a great platform, especially for your content. It's my favorite platform because they pay." But I like it. I like the long form video. I don't really do TikTok myself, like to consume content. I think it's a little toxic over there. But you know, I'm trying to reach everybody because it's the best form of marketing. You okay, sweetie?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
All right. You ain't missed much. You ain't missed much. John C. Rojas says, "My truck is making a transmission whining noise. Check the fluid, real dirty. Will it be okay to change the trans oil at 168,000 miles?"
Okay, dealing with that, that comes with a warning. That transmission whine noise is most likely your transmission pump going out due to a lack of service in the past. Now, I'm no transmission expert by any means, so take all this, what I'm about to say, with a grain of salt, because I never claim to be what I'm not. Anywho, let me get back on it. Right. Lack of service. You're supposed to change your fluid about every 30,000 miles, or whatever the dealer recommends you change your fluid at. If you go ahead and change that fluid now with about 160-something thousand miles on it, with it never been done before, that transmission may go ahead and be kaput. It may go in and take a crap. Whatever is in that fluid is keeping that transmission alive. What I would suggest right now, if you're just trying to buy yourself some time, and if cash is tight because it's the holiday season, of course, I never count nobody's pockets. I would suggest you go out and get some Lucas transmission stop slip. That stuff works wonders. I've seen that stuff bring back a customer's reverse, literally.
Did he bring back our reverse?
No, but it
was slipping.
It was slipping real bad. And when our Rust Bucket Yukon, we had a cancerous truck, and the person who sold it to us, she told us, she was like, "Yeah, transmission." I think no, it was something else. But when I got it fixed, I noticed the transmission was slipping. I put that Lucas in there. that thing bought me another 2-3 years. And so that was great.
We never push mechanic in the bottle. You can't deny Lucas. I'm telling you.
And I towed with that truck day in and day out, a 20-foot car hauler. And man, I wasn't easy on it. So yeah, and it was a 4L60, guys. You know, with them 4L60s, when they about to get ready and take a crap. For my mechanics out there, we know about the 4L60s.
Sheree says, and I hope I'm saying your name right too. What do you think about the 2024 Hyundai Tucson Escalade?
I'm not the right person to ask about Hyundai.
Because he don't like Hyundai.
I do not like Hyundai with the passion. I think all Hyundais are gonna blow up on people eventually. Not like boom.
I'm gonna say what? I don't know. Wasn't they catching on fire when people garages?
Hyundais is just.
I don't know.
When I see people with Hyundais, it's like. They eventually gonna blow up, meaning the engine is gonna go kaput.
I don't know.
Or something.
I don't know about the SUVs though.
With the crazy recall.
What about the
SUVs? I haven't seen too many SUVs. Guys, I'll be honest with you. It's mainly the GDI 2.4 engines that I see so much of. Like if you have a 2.4 GDI engine, you're just gonna need an engine sooner or later. Even if you had it replaced under warranty, your auntie had hers replaced under warranty. She need another engine.
She need another one. So
that engine sound crazy. I did tires and rims on it, which was featured in one of my day in the life videos, and that thing scared the heck out of me. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I cranked this thing up and didn't check it over. I got it from our house and I brought it to the shop and it was rattling all the way down. I'm like, please don't let this thing blow up on me. I gotta explain. It's just, oh man, it gave me anxiety.
As an alternative, I would say the 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander.
Oh yeah, I like Mitsubishis. They're an underrated car. Yeah, they did have CVT issues in the early 2010s, around that era. But maybe they got their life together.
Check it out. Just check it out and see if that's something you may be interested in.
But I don't like Hyundai.
Hyundai and Kia, they in the same family. So
guys, never ask me about Hyundai Kia because I'm gonna quickly tell you to stay away from it, please.
Unless somebody in the comments have had a different experience.
Now, I haven't seen the Stangers give issues. So, yeah, glad to get a Stanger with the Brembos. That's a fun car to have. Yeah, I haven't heard nothing bad.
I would drive a Stanger.
I think I would drive a Stanger.
Blaze and Cyrus says, if you got a second, let me know if Moog chassis part are still real good.
Moog, I had no problem with Moog. I still try to use Moog to this day. I don't think I have had no comeback with Moog products. I don't think they dropped the ball, so I think they're still good. I haven't talked to many other techs on the matter, but when I get the chance, I always choose Moog and never have a problem. So yeah, hopefully that helps.
Okay. I'm trying not to skip nobody. I guess I skipped somebody and they called the shop and left a voicemail about how I skipped them.
We're sorry, guys.
Listen, baby, the influx of, I'm not doing it on purpose. The influx of questions that's coming in.
It's a lot. If you look at on our end, y'all see it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's moving fast though. Emmanuel says, have an opinion on the second gen 13 to 18 RDX. Use it on weekends for Uber, but I'm coming up on 100K. Not sure if these can go up in miles problem free like the other Hondas.
First of all, it's a Honda. Even though it's an Acura, maintenance is everything. Even though you can dog the heck out of those RDXs, I've seen it, and they'll still keep trucking. But if you're planning on keeping this car for the long haul, I will check things. RDX. Anyway, I'm about to get off topic. I would check things like, do your transmission service with Honda fluid. You got to use that Honda fluid with the transmission service. Just go ahead and change your serpentine belt. You want to stay on top of things. Now, the RDX, I forgot what engine is in that thing. I get my RDXs, MDXs, and they confuse me.
They kind of look alike a little bit.
Yeah, they confuse me sometimes because I know one come with a turbocharged 4-cylinder, and I just can't think. But maintenance is key. It's a Honda. It's not much to maintain.
Will
of course,
it
you
go?
want to do your tune-up.
Will it go
like that.
The distance?
Yes, it would definitely go the distance. I do not see those in my shop. And if I don't see them in my shop, that's a good thing. Good people.
Mm-hmm. Mage rhymes with page.
Oh, nice.
2003 Chevrolet Suburban Flex 1500 Flex Fuel was a vehicle that we was talking about with the power draw.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's what he wanted to get in the winch installed.
That's an easy one. Unfortunately, I don't do winches for the public.
Yeah, you already said that, but power draw, what you think it could be? You don't
know. In the past, first off, I make sure I always ask the customer, do they have music installed? You want to check that first. A lot of people like to put beat in those Suburbans. Maybe something going on with your system. Just to rule that out, I suggest unhook your system for a day, because normally power draws happen like something like this. They'll jump the battery off, let it run, it'll charge itself back up. It'd be good all day. They let it sit overnight, go to start it, nothing. So the first thing you need to check is if you have a system, go in and hook that big red wire from your battery. That will completely kill the system. It should kill the system. And go in and take out your radio fuse while you're at it too. That's a good check that you can do at home. If you don't have beat, I've seen alternators cause draw in the system of those vehicles.
So to add to why we start at a 2-hour minimum, because as you can hear, this stuff takes time. And like I told you guys on the last live, and like I tell customers every day, diagnostics take time. That's why we charge you for them,
because I want to get it right, guys. You know, I feel if I can't get it right, I'm not gonna charge no one.
You do that all the time.
Yeah,
can't figure it out, no charge.
I think I do have a pretty high success rate though. Of all the people I see, I think I have like an 85% success rate of getting people back on the right track, which is pretty high. And like I said, I don't know everything, but I do my due diligence. I check everything. I double check, triple check. And if I'm not satisfied, my customers are not satisfied. And I'd rather just give you a car back and not charge you nothing.
Right, exactly. Money ain't everything. Mighty Prophet says, do you think using Lucas Oil Stabilizer will help the 3.6 Pentastar?
No.
I use this regular on my car.
I don't think so. I was just looking at the rockers on a Pentastar compared with the PT Cruiser. The PT Cruiser had the same similar design rockers, right? Had same setup. But did the PT Cruiser ever give ticking noises? No. The PT Cruiser was known for a lot of stuff.
They had problems, though.
Oh my God. But it was never known for no ticking problem. So I looked at it. I was like, golly, these PT Cruiser rockers are very girthy. They're thick. They just big girls, you know, take care of them big girls. They'll take care of you.
Right.
That's nothing against skinny chicks. So, look at that. But that's what it looked like. It looked like the Pentastar, petite and 80 pounds. You toss them around, fragile. And you look at the PT Cruiser rock. Yeah, big girl, big BBW. That's what they call them.
I think so.
Okay. Anyway, let me get back on the topic.
I mean, you want to cut the live off right
Let's
now?
Cut it off right now.
No,
but you get my point, though.
I got something funny to say about PT Cruiser. So I don't know what I was watching the other day, literally, and it was showing Lil Wayne, the rapper, back in the day when he was part of the Hot Boys. That joker had a stretch PT Cruiser, and I said, "Now, who in the entourage said it was okay to do that? Because that was wet." Crazy. Of all the cars you could have stretched, you had a stretch PT Cruiser.
He could have stretched a Prowler. Now that was a cool Chrysler.
Crazy, man. I was like, who said? I would have been like, nah, Wayne, we ain't.
He should have had me on his stage.
I'm gonna show you when we get
up. I think I seen it.
Horrible.
It was look ridiculous. Hey, heck is that?
PT Cruiser.
I think I quickly forgot it because it was so hideous to look at.
Shout out to our Facebook followers. Timothy Evans says, "Hi, Alex. I have a 2011 Cadillac Escalade with the 6.2 V8. What is your, I think he's saying, opinion on the engine with severe piston flap? I can hear it sometimes when the engine is warmed up. It sounds really bad, especially in the mornings until warmed up, but hasn't got any worse. Should I keep driving it?" No, man.
I don't suggest anyone drive something that is making noise. Eventually, it's just gonna go kaput.
Eventually,
these are mechanical components. But I think most likely what you're hearing is sort of like a dry rattle or a dry start. There's a piston slap. That's like bottom end type damage. I doubt if you're having like piston slap issues. You're probably having lifter failure. These vehicles are very known for lifter issues. Even though you have the good LS, they haven't switched over to the LT62 yet. They were still running the LS in that year, which is fuel and port injected.
When they went to really bad though, it could be piston slap.
No, I think it's lifters because I remember I stopped doing it, but what's his name with the blacked out tie hole? That's Lord.
Wilbur?
Yeah, Wilbur. His dad. He has the same issue on that same exact gear, and he like it kind of make funny noises in the morning, but throughout the day I can crank it up and it'll run perfectly fine. That's more like a dry start issue. First off, if you don't have the money to spend right now, try playing around with the different types of oil that you use. Try using an oil stabilizer like Lucas or a stabilizer. Change out the oil. Let's try. You've probably been using the correct oil. Let's just continue to try to use the correct oil for just testing purposes right now. But try to dump a thing of Lucas oil stabilizer and see how that starts up in the morning. If it starts up nice and smooth and you don't hear anything, just continue to use the Lucas oil stabilizer to buy you some time before you can get that engine properly fixed and ran through, because it's going to cost you some money, unfortunately.
But I still want a Cadillac though. Just saying.
Okay.
Travis, what's up, Travis? Says, discovered you guys watching the Dodge Dart video. Oh, that's been a
while. Man.
Love the content and banter between you two. Keep it up. Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Appreciate you. I still use that Dart to the day. I'm beating the crap out of it right now.
Oh, man. We're going to do a short probably tomorrow. Show you what that Dodge Dart look like now. We wind up buying it from them because after all that work on that Dart,
it was a sad story.
They couldn't get the title for it. And so the guy sold it to us for $300
after spending about $7,000 into
total, buying the car and fixing the car and all that. Sold it to us for $300 to get rid of it.
I was about to cry for him. I was like, dude, what are you doing? Have y'all tried hard enough? Guys, this is a lesson for everyone out there. Please listen to me when I say this. Anytime you buy a car, if you're not buying it from a reputable dealership, if you're buying it from somebody private, first of all, if the deal too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Anywho, I digress a little bit. If you're buying a car from anybody private, make sure you have that title. Do not do any type of money transaction until they show you that title in hand. And please make sure that title VIN number matches that car, because it can still say the year, make, and model of the car, same color and everything, and that VIN will be off, and you are left up crap creek.
Yeah, so they sold us the car for $300, and it has a new life. It's push a car on the lot. We do a little video and stuff, show y'all what Alex be doing.
Push a car runs good.
It runs great. Has AC, all that.
I think it don't work no more.
Oh, dang. Mickey Mouse Car Repair says, hello, all.
Hey, what's happening, buddy? I like that car name there, buddy.
Mage says, we can see it's nice, cozy 73 degrees in there. Are y'all warm and toasty?
Oh, how you know that?
The thermostat back there.
Oh.
Listen, actually not. I can feel cold air coming in right here.
Coming in right
but
here.
But
it's cozy, though. I'm nice and warm.
I mean, we all booed up or whatever. It works. It's working for me. Herman laughing at something. Herman is crazy. Joshua Martinez says, have you ever blown an engine?
Oh, plenty. On purpose and multiple times, not intentional.
Wait a minute, not on customer cars though. He talking about his own cars. He's talking about own purpose.
Never on a customer car. Always on my own personal stuff. For some odd reason, I'm very careless when it comes to my personal stuff, because hey, if it mess up, it's my stuff and I can most likely fix it. Well, not most likely. 9 times out of 10, I can fix it. The other one is screw it, I don't care.
If you care to look, there's a funny video where Alex tries to intentionally blow up an Acura with SpaghettiOs on the channel.
That thing
you want to look
bulletproof. Did I ever kill that car?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I did kill it.
Jonathan Lopez says, thanks for the great advice. Last question, did you choose the mechanic life or did the mechanic life choose you? It chose you. A little bit of both, I think.
I always like tearing up things and getting to the bottom of things, how it work. I'm fascinated with mechanics. It's really in my blood because on the white side and the black side, I have mechanic heritage. Yeah. That's how you say it.
I guess.
Lineage.
On the Caucasian side of his family, I think his uncle or them, they worked on cars. But even though he never met them.
I don't even know my
white side.
They up in
Tennessee.
Polk County or Tennessee.
Not Polk County, but definitely Tennessee. Athens, maybe?
I don't know.
If you and Davis, hey, how y'all doing?
Davis
I can show bring sweet potato pie, put it next to that pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving. Let me know. We coming. We coming. We love all y'all. Anyway, and I think your dad's brother and them to this day they work on cars. Everybody work on cars. So I don't think Alex had a choice to work on cars. I think it chose him. Coexist says Icon versus SnapOn, Alex. Who you got?
Both. I love myself some Harbor Freight, man. I just do SnapOn, to be honest with you guys. It's not about price when it comes to convenience. Let's say that.
Yeah.
I do SnapOn because it's convenient. If something breaks,
Bobby just pull up.
Yeah, he pull up. I can easily get it swapped out. It's just so convenient. Guys, I don't have time to go to the Harbor Freight, which I love. When I say I love Harbor Freight, they sell some good stuff. I never suggest anyone goes to SnapOn and get that type of problem. If you do go to SnapOn, if you are in bed with them, break those tools.
So
if you're not breaking tools, you're not getting your money's worth, because for a ratchet from SnapOn, they're going to charge you about $300. From a ratchet at Harbor Freight, $50 at the most. So that means in my head, dang, I got to break this at least a good 5-10 times before I get my money's worth. That's just the way I think about it.
And for this holiday season, Icon has a really nice gold-plated ratchet that I got him for Father's Day.
I refuse to use it.
He won't use it because it's still in the box. But they have it. I thought that was just a one-time thing at Harbor Freight, but we just went recently and they have them stocked. So be a great gift for someone. Ladies, so nice. If you're in the room or tell your wife that you had heard about it on the live and maybe she'd get it.
I probably will use it in one of my Ferrari when I get my Ferrari.
Christian says, finally catch y'all live. Woof, woof, grrr. Nice. I like it. I like that. What's
happening, buddy?
What's going on? My modeling world says, Alex, I put a new cat meow on a... For those who don't get it, anytime somebody say cat instead of Cataly Converter, I just go, I don't know. I can't help myself.
I already know what you done did, but continue to read.
For a PO420, but I'm still getting PO420. It does smell like it's very rich from the exhaust. What do you suggest checking?
Okay.
First question back to him is, where did you get the cat?
GM is very funny, guys. You have to go OE. I know it's going to hurt your pocketbook, but oh my gosh, you have to go OE. If most likely he went on Amazon or eBay and got a cat for $100 to $200 direct fit, bolted that bad boy on, and it's not working out the box. If that's the only code you have, PO420, it's unlikely it's your downstream O2 sensor. The modern day vehicle is very sensitive when it comes to testing itself. Testing itself. That's exactly what it does. It sounds a little weird. Oh, I gotta go test myself. The car is consistently running self-test, and if it senses something off in the oxygen sensors, it's gonna throw a code like a circuit code or heater code or things like that. Not sure exactly what the code is, but it'll throw a code. Now, if you're smelling exhaust straight from, smell like an old school car, you definitely got a defective cat, to answer your question.
Yeah, we were told by parts representative that cats out the box.
And this is a good company.
from the vendors other than the dealership are not working right now.
I just dealt with this. I gave it one last hoorah, guys. I was working on a Chevy Cruze. And to me, that's not even a American-made engine. I don't think none of them are no more. And that's another discussion.
That is another discussion right quick. Yeah. The Dodge Journey is now being made in Mexico and not China anywmaster. So to piggyback off what you were saying.
Yeah, not made in America. I've tried Flowmaster, Dorman. I tried all different types of cats on this Chevy Cruze, and it just kept throwing cat codes. Dealership is the way to go.
Yeah, and especially if you got it offline. Lord, no, it's not gonna work. Coils, it says, or cylinder heads. He's probably was commenting on something we said earlier. Philip says, keep up the good work. Love your information you give us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I really do my best out here, guys, to share information. So you guys like the Walmart slogan. I go. Save money.
Live better.
Live better.
I don't know if that's their slogan.
Yes, it is. It's their slogan.
I don't know. Anymore.
Something. Y'all guys go look at the Walmart slogan. That's how I
But
feel.
what if it's not in the slogan anymore, though?
Okay. Well, I guess I'm stuck in the old times. I guess I'm getting old.
Lamont Watt says Randy Orton. I don't know. Maybe you look like Randy. Which would be because Randy fine, you fine, it works. You know what I'm saying? Easy on the eyes. Easy.
Hard on the eyes.
Travis says also the person that was asking about their Buick radio not working or the blinker sound on GM cars, the blinker sound comes through the radio. So once you fix the radio, the blinker sound will return. Okay,
so I was awesome. On to something there, like through the speakers or something dealing with the radio.
Shout out to you, Travis.
Man, appreciate you, buddy. He a real audio guy. Sound like.
So we love it when other techs are in the building.
He is the man.
We all here to help each other, guys. Waves on swim. Okay. Now, why your profile picture? I need to see them waves.
Hold on. I need to get my waves back. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to get my waves fixed up real quick.
Waves on swim, so they hate on him.
I got a little bit.
You ching, though, because I feel like because your mama got a little you Caucasian, you can easily get that. That ain't right. See, in the black community, you got to brush it, put that blue grease on that, tie that do-rag down. Tell them waves.
I don't know the struggle, so I can't comment.
Just got an engine cold air intake.
It's a brand of cold air.
Oh, I'm like, huh? And stage 3 chip installed on a 2019 Dodge Durango XXT, 60,000 miles. Bought it last week. Any preventive maintenance stuff you recommend at this point?
First of all, why are you doing all this to a Pentastar?
How you know it's a Pentastar?
Because it's an SXT. It's not an RT.
Oh. So he trying to say maintenance at this point, it's still gonna tick, ain't it?
Yeah, you in tick territory pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard, now I haven't seen with my own eyes, I've heard they start ticking, starting at around 60.
Mm-hmm.
But preventive maintenance, my good fellow, is I would go ahead and go ahead. It must really be serious if I said it twice. Go ahead and upgrade your oil cooler to the all aluminum one so you won't have issues. That way, when you're on a road trip or it always happened at the wrong time, that sucker gonna bust on you and you're gonna have issues that you don't want.
Or oil leak and all this other stuff.
So go ahead and just upgrade to a all aluminum one. You can get the Dorman one. They never give problems. You get it from your local parts store. They're about $300-400 or something like that, depending on your area, of course. Penastars really don't give a lot of issues, guys. I know it seems like
the biggest one is going to be the tick.
I'll name the top 5.
Go.
He put me on the spot, man. Ticks. Well, it's lifters. I mean, the rockers. Yeah. Thermostats. Oil coolers. Harmonic balancers.
Motor mounts.
And motor mounts. I almost forgot the motor mounts.
I'm finna see if you knew.
Yeah. How you test it? You have to look through some of my videos. It's very hard to explain. I'm not gonna get into that. We got a lot of questions.
Top 5.
We got a lot of questions.
Check it out. But good luck to you and your
for sure, buddy. Hopefully I was able to help you out.
Do upgrade to that all aluminum though. Carlos says
use good oil.
Good oil. Carlos says replace cam and crank sensor and still just cranks with no spark. Also getting a VAT sensor.
Okay, that VATS is that vehicle security system thing. Now, I don't know what vehicle you have. Guys, please put down your make and model of vehicle because I'm visual. I'm able, when y'all put down your vehicle, I actually see everything in my head, like the whole setup. So that kind of helps me help you. You're gonna have to take care of that VATS problem first. That vehicle is not allowing itself to start because it's thinking it's being stolen pretty much. Are you a thief? No, I'm just playing with you. Did you steal this car? But no, get a locksmith, come out, have them properly diagnosed. Start with that problem first. Do not look at anything else or you'll be wasting your money. Start with the VATS.
All righty. DJ Chucky Madness says,
Wrangler. Yes.
How you skipping ahead?
I'm sorry.
Thank you for everything you guys do. Question: do you Wranglers or similar models come with an engine that is somewhat reliable?
The diesels.
Give me something for real. Everybody don't want to drive no diesel.
No, that thing is wonderful. Them diesels in them Wranglers get like 30 miles to the gallon. But if you don't have the money for the diesel, if you can't find the diesel, I would go 4-cylinder. I don't see those 4-cylinder Wranglers in my shop. I don't think I have seen one. Probably just for like, I don't know, man. I haven't seen those.
They cost for it to be a 4-cylinder. They cost more than the V6. That's why, because it's reliable.
I'm like, wait a minute. You charging me more for a 4-cylinder turbocharger than a V6 with more power? I'm like, something ain't adding up. Mopar is sneaky. Y'all gotta watch them. Because most people see, oh, that's just a 4-cylinder. I don't want that. Give me the power. Yeah, give me the problems. Moving on.
More power, more problem. What Drake say? Bring on the problems.
Bring on the problems.
I don't want it. Yeah. And you know what? Did we old or something? Out of touch? We don't really listen to rap music, but one of our guys in the shop, he be playing that stuff. And I was like, he said, bring on the problems. I don't want no problems, man. Joseph, I hope I said that right, says a 2012 Passat, 110,000 miles. Front suspension makes noise over bumps when it gets cold, but it goes away after like the first 5 minutes. Which bushings are worn?
That's a hard one, man. My God, that's a hard one. Suspension is very tricky. Now I recently stopped taking German vehicles into my shop, not the cars. It's because of the customers. When I say I want to do this particular thing and they give me flack and keep giving me flack every customer I run into, I just say the heck with it. You know, I'm about to stop working on them. But to try to answer your question, my guess would be the strut tower area, not sway bar links, because every time you go over bumps you hear thud, every time you, something like that, every time you go over bumps. That's the only thing that's coming to mind is the strut tower, the strut tower bushing or assembly thing. Yeah, sorry I can't help you, buddy. I don't see too many VWs like that no more. The only VWs I see is my own, and I haven't came across that.
Because I be rolling. Bike commuter, perhaps something we all should be. We wouldn't have any car problems, and there wouldn't be a Car Doctor channel. Says, I'm not gonna lie, I bought some Amazon ignition coils for $60. Big mistake, right? So I imagine you seen our video where the guy buys the coils offline and they're super cheap, and he thought it was.
He did the job great too. But he was like, I didn't even think to look at that because they was brand new. He was like, yeah, it got him, guys. It got him.
Truck and Sasquatch says LS swap time looked like to me.
Yes, LS the world, baby. Thanks for this super chat, man. I really appreciate that.
We appreciate it so much.
You are the man.
All right, let's go. I don't want to miss
trucker.
Anybody.
That's what I'm talking about. That man be on the road and still find time to watch me.
We appreciate it. Yes. Coils says the car is just old. He probably commenting on something. Zachary Atwood said, wondering what you think about the new Nissan Frontiers. Are they reliable?
Long as they don't got no Nissan CVT transmission in it, I have no problems with it. Guys, there's a lot of good Nissans out there. Just look for the ones that say automatic transmissions and not CVTs. Nissan make really good engines in my opinion, but they CVT transmission sucks. Everything they try to do with CVT ends up biting them in the butt. And the Frontier is like a truck, so it don't come with the CVT. It shouldn't come with the CVT anyway, so you should be in the clear. It gets my stamp of approval there.
Joseph, the guy with the 2012 Passat, also says, I was the one with the clock spring with the horn going off randomly.
Oh, wow.
Dealership quoted me $700, so I just pulled the fuse.
No, man, dealership out there, rabbit mine. It's easy to pull the steering wheel off, man. That's like $500 tops.
The part may be expensive from them, because I know my granny clock spring was $600. Remember?
That's Nissan. Nissan be on some stuff. Because guys, check this out. I did a video. It was a Nissan Sentra, like a 15 or so. That dang on fuel pump was $800. I was like, no freaking way. A couple of weeks later, I did a Infinity, a big body Infinity, like a 37 or 45, big body Infinity, kind of newish. Guess how much the fuel pump was? A normal $200. I'm like, how? Yeah. This should be swapped. We're talking about a freaking economy car versus a big luxury Nissan car. I couldn't believe it, man. This car industry is so weird. And it looks the same. I'm like, come on, bigger engine. It had to supply more fuel. You would think that fuel pump is more beefier, which would cost more money to feed that V6 engine versus a little 1.8 4-cylinder.
Right.
I couldn't believe it, man.
I tell people we don't make the prices.
This is so
try to get you the best quality part.
It frustrates me for the customer.
Everybody ain't got no money to pay. If I wasn't married to you, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know.
Dry that junk off a cliff. Insurance company. Something happened to my car. No,
right. Dwayne Happel in the house.
What's happening, Dwayne?
This is a customer turned family member. Man, we work on his car, his wife's car, his daughter's cars, his mama car, the whole family.
Yep, literally, guys.
For many, many years before Alex Carter had a YouTube. Before
this is my mobile. He go back to my mobile mechanic days. Sure. I went to their house. I watched their kids literally grow up.
Right? That's what's up.
It's been amazing. Y'all are amazing.
We love y'all so much. Y'all family. Carlos says he's an 07 Dodge Charger SXT, and he was talking about the cam and crank sensor.
That system. Yeah. Get that checked out first. Also, if you get that checked out and if it still don't work, hit me up on Instagram. I would love to walk you through how to diagnose.
Same with that Escalade person. If you're still on here, if you send Alex a video on Instagram with this, he said the knock.
Oh yes, please send me the noise. I can better identify for you. I always tell people I have good trained ears. I'm very good at listening to stuff. I'm gonna do a video on that one day. I'm gonna set aside some cars and do a blindfolded challenge. I'm not gonna know what it is. I'm like, okay, turn it over, and I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on.
Oh, that'll be.
I think that'll be a fun little video of me trying to guess. Like, this one, let's say, got a skip. It's misfiring. This one got a blown head gasket. It's not gonna crank up. Something like that.
We'll see. We'll try to make that happen. Spit Agony says, "Hi Doc.
Hey, what's happening?"
On? Then he says, "Hi Doc. Is Volkswagen Polo and Golf popular in the States?"
Yes, the Golf. The Polo, they don't have the Polo down here.
Where you from, Spit Agony?
Hey, probably where they make them things in Germany. Right. Talk about the Polo.
Yeah.
The Golf
is definitely
a very hot hatch down here in the States.
I've had a guy. Did I sell it?
Yes, we sold a couple of Golfs.
Okay, so I had a guy drive 7 hours from West Palm Beach. I had a very nice one.
It was a beautiful GTI.
He drove
pretty much a Golf.
7 hours to buy that thing.
I almost kept that car. That car was.
You want to keep beautiful. Everything we buy. He just want to keep. It says Coexist says only Americans should get is SRT. That's right, baby. Or pickup. You can get an old school Cherokee Cummins engine. I agree wholeheartedly with that statement. I stand by what he just said. Do you?
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead, Coils. Wolf's Den 23. I like your name already because we're sitting in a Cherokee Gray Wolf. So it's kind of when we go camping, we got a sign that says the Wolf Pack. So shout out to you.
I think we took we're gonna post the next camping trip.
We'll post it up there. But yeah, so because we have a lot of kids, so when it's 7 of us,
we're definitely a Wolf Pack.
We're a Wolf Pack when we go out. What would cause my Ford Explorer? He said Exploder. I don't know if you did that on purpose, but if you know, you know. If you know, you know. What would you call my Ford Exploder? Have the rollover sensor go off with the alarm? What should I do?
Okay, so the rollover sensor works in coexistence with your ABS system. The ABS system and also your steering wheel angle sensor. So you're having either an ABS sensor issue or a steering wheel angle sensor issue. Like your steering wheel think you're turning a certain way, but literally you going straight down the road and the car is freaking out. Like, wait a minute, he's doing 60 miles an hour and we at full lock. We're going to freaking flip over, flip out. Oh no. So that's basically what your car is doing. And it probably just staying like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you need to have first off, you're gonna have to have a proper diagnostic of that system to see which system is actually malfunctioning on you there, buddy. You're gonna have to have someone with a good scanner because a regular scanner is just not gonna do it. So hopefully that kind of helps.
All right. My modeling world said I just installed a new TCM, but it had it VIN programmed, no issues. I'm gonna have to try to go up and see what his car was. In the meantime, Wolf's Den says, I love you next to Eric. You are a great mechanic.
Oh, I appreciate
that's a big compliment right there.
Eric, the car guy?
No, I'm thinking he's talking about Eric O.
Who is it? Oh.
South Main.
That's his name?
Yeah, I think. Don't get me. We appreciate the compliment so much. Robert Ware says, I have a 2014 Jeep Wrangler Sport 5-speed manual. You know how to drive in real life. Yes.
I just seen a manual Mustang 5.0 2013. And I was like, man, I had to give some doubt, man. I was like, you a dying breed, brother.
Alex taught me how to drive a stick. It's
a manual.
It's complicated.
How to see an automatic Mustang.
For some reason, the overdrive off light went on. Manuals don't have overdrive. Do you have any idea what might have happened?
Unfortunately, nobody. When it comes to transmissions and me and diagnostic stuff, I am no bueno. I'm okay in the area. If you would have brought it to me in person, it's probably nowhere near me. So that's not going to help. But I will be able to lead you in the right direction. I won't be able to fix it, and I refuse to fix it. I will tell you to take it to a transmission shop, and if they say you need a transmission, I'll say bring it back to me. I'll give you a good deal on it, put another one in there for you. I know that was a mouthful, but there you go.
At least you're honest about what you can and can't do. Chris Rivera says you need to change your name from the car doctor to the car god.
I don't know about
because you give cars life. Man, listen.
I do. Wait till tax season, guys. Oh, man. My channel gonna be lit up, I guarantee you, with cars that look like they've been pulling them out in the backyard. Just sitting, and they want to dump thousands into. I understand, you got your good old reliable. You know this car. I completely understand.
Because what is the alternative? What they gonna do?
They're gonna go out and get some new crap that's full of plastic parts that's gonna erupt coolant issues.
Right. So I'm all for fixing your old car. If you're familiar with it and it's reliable, I'm all for doing it.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. We see it every year. I'm like, where you drag this thing from? I'm not a junkyard. I'm an auto repair shop. You're making me look bad.
Mr. Andrew Oliver says, best advice: don't buy anything turbo unless it's a diesel truck. These turbo cars are absolutely garbage, junk, trash. They don't last like the cars did 15 to 20 years ago. It's all planned to rip off the customer to buy another disposable heap of shit.
I agree with you somewhat. Turbo cars is a special type of breed, guys. Mm-hmm. A lot of people jumping in turbo cars and don't know what they have. They're jumping in. They're getting out of a Civic or an NA car and jumping a turbo car, and they just don't know how to maintain it. So I'm going to be kind of devil advocate and say it's not all the car.
All the time.
All the time. It's the customer. Some of these turbo cars require special types of oil. Mm-hmm. Some turbo cars require cool down. After you done drove it hard, or you pull in, or you just into it and you stop where you're going and you just cut it off, you can't do that. What'll happen in a turbine, in the turbocharger, you all of a sudden turn it off and it's baking hot. That turbo is baking hot just from you getting into it. That oil will stop in the turbo and just cook itself. When oil cooks, it becomes sludgy and nasty and no flow. And you keep doing that, sooner or later you're going to stop the flow of oil, and there goes your turbos. There goes your engine, because sometimes when turbos blow, those turbine pieces will fall apart, getting sucked into the engine, destroying your engine, taking out your engine. So yeah, it's all about maintenance and knowing what you have and how to take care of it. So it's not all the time the car's fault. It's the owner's fault for not being educated enough to understand what they have. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. But yeah, sometimes they do rip off customers.
Well, I heard from an engineer or somebody on one of the lives that a lot of people, a lot of manufacturers are moving toward turbo cars. So it's like the consumer's not going to have a choice after a while.
A turbo car is amazing. You can take literally a 1.4. We're talking about small engines that was known to be in a Geo Metro. Geo Metro was like a 1.3 or a 3-cylinder, 1 point something, real low, 1.4, and making power of a car that has a 2-liter or a big 4-cylinder engine, or putting turbos on a V6 and outperforming V8.
But that's the problem, because a consumer like myself, not necessarily women, but don't nobody want all that. Some consumers just want to get A to B without having to add extra.
Turbos also offer the beautiful advantage of great fuel economy.
But it's going to be problematic, like he's saying. Because not everybody, see what I'm saying?
Prime example, guys. We
disagree sometimes. I don't agree. I agree with Mr. Andrew right here.
If you take care of them properly, they will last.
But my problem is, in today's society, nobody's educating the customer.
No, they don't even have school shop no more in automotive.
Nobody's
classes.
Educating the customers on.
They just selling them stuff like, oh yeah, here you go ahead and tear it up so you can bring it back. Pretty much,
right? And then when you bring it back and it gets so many miles, they ask you to trade it in so they can sell you another pile of crap.
And they'll tell you, you don't got your life worth out of this one. Come on, get this new.
They used to back in the day, probably when we was kids or something, because we young. I'm young, honey. Okay, I'm 35 years old and going backwards in time. Okay, they used to give you manuals to teach you how to. Mm-hmm. These people are not educating people. Well, hey, ma'am, this is a turbo, so your maintenance is going to be a little different than your 1999 Honda that you used to have. They're not doing that.
None of that.
I mean, Andrew got a great point.
Yes, you do.
Definitely. Maintenance is key though on any car. Dennis Vandergriff says, "Hello, all. I'm old fat Dutchman here from Minnesota. Nice. Have a great Christmas and New Year. I found a shop in Alexandria, Minnesota, near me that removed the DOD with computer from Yukon Denali 6.2.
Man, that's anybody's best bet with that new LT62 or any LS62. If you can find a shop that do, I don't do it, so don't ask, because them folks watching me, guys. No, I'm in the public eye. And you just never know.
When you go over the internet, you can't be doing
nothing. You can't be doing none of that.
Uncle Marks, there you are. Says, hi, all from Manitoba, Canada. It's actually nice out around 32 degrees. I know you better get out of here.
Nice.
No. Good to see you. I didn't see you last live, I don't think. Made in Memphis. Okay, that's where the players be. The pimps and the players. I'm just playing. I probably watch too much Hustle and Flow. Yeah, anyway, hi, Car Doctor. I have a Ford E350 with 380,000 miles. My third gear has went out. The transmission fluid is full. The transmission shot? Is the transmission shot, or could it be something else causing this?
From my experience with those Ford transmissions, you most likely have burnt clutch disc on the third. I don't, like I said, I'm not a transmission expert, but I do know a little bit. Most likely you're going to need a rebuild or replacement to answer your question. in simple terms.
All right. Dennis, the one that they deleted the DOD, he says, is there anything else I need to do? It's 40 degrees today. Broke records. No snow much yet either.
No, that is the Achilles heel on that, on the LS and LT engines with the DOD system. Other than that, they're wonderful engines. It was a wonderful engine before they did that. They just took it and added a handicap to it with that 4-cylinder crap. They trying to turn a V8 to a 4-cylinder, pretty much.
Mage says New York is feeling a brisk 35 degrees. No, sir.
Man, y'all tough.
Yeah. No, sir.
Man, we'll freak out if 30 degrees hit.
Man, if I can't wear Crocs and socks, I can't come. Simple. Daryl McCullough says, just discovered you two on YouTube last week, but you two are the best. How did you start working on cars? That. Also, do you recommend engine rebuilds for cars with over 100,000 miles?
Now, how we start? Let's start with
that. First of all, thank you for finding us and subbing.
Yes.
Welcome to the family.
Appreciate the love.
We try to be family.
Appreciate all the love, guys.
Start working on cars in a nutshell, so he won't be long-winded. Alex's first job was Napa Acura. Okay, we met at AutoZone. I worked there, and I was 18. He was 17. He came in for some brakes. Boom.
Right.
You lied about your age. You really want to do this right now?
No.
Anyway,
dipping in the cookie.
So when I met him, he wasn't like into cars yet, but he was dibbling dabbling though. And then he got his first job at Napa Acura changing oil. And then he basically worked himself up shop after shop after shop. So I would say he's really 90% self-taught, but cars has always been his thing. When I met him, he had a tackle box full of like miscellaneous sockets that he had found over. So I would like to proudly say that I bought Alex his very first toolbox, honey, because I was like, he gonna be somebody.
Very first toolbox I could use. Now I did have somebody buy me a toolbox when I was a kid, but I thought that was a crazy idea. I'm about to throw these things.
See, they saw greatness in you.
They did. I have to ask my brother. She drove a Volkswagen Bug, the older one with the air cooled.
I bought him a Cobalt. Was it a Cobalt?
Yes, it was a Cobalt. I had that.
I was like, listen, boo, I'm trying to rock with you.
Money out of that thing.
I put my Mac on him. I was like, I'm trying to rock with you. Boom, take this toolbox. You'll go up. And it worked.
To answer your other question, it really depends on what type of engine you have. Most modern day cars don't need an engine rebuild unless you have a Hyundai Kia. Yeah, you're gonna need an engine rebuild at 100 or less. But for the mass majority of cars out there, you just really have to keep up with your maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, great oil. Don't get played by these quick lube places with their generic cheap oils that don't have the correct additives in them. Additives is
the wrong weight. They probably give you the wrong weight.
They just putting generic stuff in your car, not caring. Use good oil with good additives. The additives that they put in the oil that keeps these modern day engines alive. Keep up with your maintenance, and you'll be fine. Most cars these days are not really built to last, but 100,000 miles, more like 200,000-300,000 miles, maybe engine rebuild. Or if it starts making funny noises,
PJ Hines says, how do you rate Chevrolet Impalas?
Yeah, you're gonna need a transmission. Pretty much in a nutshell.
Is the newer ones got those brake?
Yeah, it just depends.
Vacuum booster issues.
Yeah, it just depends on what year. When I hear Impala, I automatically think of like the early 2000s and, under 2010. Them transmissions, oh my gosh.
But the newer ones.
The newer ones don't have transmission issues like that. Not that I've seen.
But that's the one that have the brake booster?
Yeah, that brake booster problem. It depends on what year. It's so many Impalas out there. Guys, please. Yeah, brake vacuum booster. No, brake vacuum pump. That's cam driven.
Yeah.
That gives issues on those.
So what happens with those brake vacuum pumps? If you don't address it right away, it could damage your cams, and then you'll be looking at big money. A lot of people mistake that for needing a new brake master cylinder. They think it's a braking problem, when actuality, no, it'll damage your cam, damage the keyway in the cam.
Yep, damage the keyway in the cam, stress out the metal. It does all kind of weird stuff. It sends metal fragments through your engine. It's a booger. It's a problem with these newer 2.5s. It's a 2.5 4 cylinders that's found in the Malibus and the Impalas. I think they put it in the Impalas. But Chevy 2.5. So if you have that 2.5 at around 100,000 miles, I suggest changing out that vacuum pump immediately for preventive maintenance.
Yeah, and you should be okay. I've seen them with 200,000 miles still.
Yeah, they good cars. I mean, just every car has a Achilles heel.
Yeah, everyone does. Zach said, Alex, I would love to help you with a better compressed air system.
How you know about my compressed air system?
You probably watch it in the video. I know I'm telling.
Oh man, sound like you're the man at what you do.
All right.
Hey,
Wolves Den says,
I wish he was in my area. I'll take you up on that offer.
If my RSC goes off on my 08 Explorer, I go to the problem to fix. Where do I look?
RSC 08 Explorer.
What is the cause?
Trying to figure out what the RSC light is. It's not ringing a bell right now.
RSC.
I look it up.
Yeah,
but it's probably got something to do with like the traction control system or something like that.
Let me see. If you're still with us,
RSC.
Comment. What is that?
RSC light.
Okay, I don't see. I'm waiting on him to comment. Meanwhile, while you looking,
it's got something to do with the roll stability control. The same issue with the gentleman that's saying his roll. I already answered this question. I don't know how long you've been with me, but you're gonna need a good scanner to identify the issue. So that's the basically the car stops itself from rolling over by modulating, playing with the brakes. It'll brake on this side to try to get the car back on all fours, and normally when it flips out, it's a problem with your ABS system. That's not functioning properly. It could be sensors. It could be your ABS motor. It could be your steering wheel angle sensor. Just to quickly name it, I kind of went into better details before, but yeah, that's what I did.
If you're still with us, be a doll and hit that like button and help the channel
algorithm,
whatever, the robots that's controlling the whole AI system that's controlling who sees what. And it's really easy. Just take your thumb and say boop, boop, boop. That's all you got to do, guys. We appreciate that. That you the support. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me get back to Sheree. She was like, oh my God. She's probably in response to your opinion about the Hyundai.
No, I'm sorry to crap on anybody, but that's just how I feel, and for good reason, guys. That's just how I feel.
Dennis says, I'm originally from Chattanooga.
Oh, nice.
We love Chat.
We love Chat, man. We up there. We used to be up there a lot.
Like at least 2-3 times a year. Yeah, for sure. It says, Siobhan says, do Nissan Maximas really need the OEM transmission oil?
Which Nissan Maximum? Not really. In my experience with Nissan Maximums, they're not funny acting like Honda. You can go with a aftermarket brand like Valvoline. I think Valvoline make transmission. Yeah, Valvoline make the transmission fluid. Now I don't know if you have the CVT Maximum or the regular automatic transmission Maximum, but you should be okay, buddy. But I always tell people, better safe than sorry. If you can, go OEM.
I would say OEM all the way. Anything to save the transmission.
Because some part stores will give you the wrong transmission fluid.
And they're already problematic. Yeah. I would just say do OEM.
They're not that problematic.
Anything that
if it's CVT,
if it's a little problematic, it's a problem.
If it's the CVT, well, yeah, they're a little funny.
Mr. Lester Seller says 2014 F-150 3.5 V6 EcoBoost. Thank you so much for all the details.
Yes,
Lester.
Appreciate it.
After the truck gets to operations temperature and when it's shut off, it will not start back up. But after letting it cool for about 30 minutes, it start back up. What could be the problem? Thanks.
It sounds like that's a hard one. I would need more details, like if it's turning over. Do you have any check engine lights? But for past experiences, I've seen issues like this end up being crankshaft positioning sensor when it gets hot. But I don't know about on this particular model. I haven't heard any issues or seen any issues personally of sensors getting hot and until we have to wait till they cool down until it start back functioning. Yeah, I would need a little bit more information there.
Supreme FTW says, I have a 2014 Nissan Sentra. I want to know why my brakes shudder when I keep hitting ground around 2,000 RPM.
Are you sure it's your brakes? Are you on your brakes? Again, I would need to know what you're doing at around 2,000 RPMs, because this is a Nissan Sentra with a CVT transmission. That shudder feeling could be your transmission shuddering at around 2,000 RPMs, making it maybe feel like your brakes. But if you're not on your brakes and it's shuddering, 10 times out of 10, that's going to be your transmission, and it's about to go on you, and you're probably going to want to trade it in or get ready to save up some money for a transmission problem.
Dan's learning curve says, hey, you got a muscle car I can rent? Nah, man, we need to come rent one of your cars.
Yeah, you got all the old school nice stuff, man. You got the reliable stuff, Dan. Dan is my buddy.
Mage says, do you all know any Alex level quality mechanics in the NYC or the tri-state area?
Fortunately, I don't.
Listen, what y'all need to know about Alex is he like a little turtle. He don't talk to folks outside of the shop or internet. So
I don't trust people like that. Especially other mechanic shops. Like, it's like, so I guess some people would say industry stick together. They all in it. Man, nah, and they ain't got nothing to do with me. Them folks over there, some scam artists. Right. I don't like them.
Yeah.
And mechanic industry is a big scam. Let me tell it. The musician, the unmasked musician. I'm like him. He be disclosing, unfolding all those tricks.
Oh, magician.
You
said musician.
Oh, my bad. Musician. I must be getting tired.
You sleepy. Yeah, you are. We're going to take a couple of more guys because it's about 9:06 and he got to get to work in the morning, fix more cars and pay for my expensive trip. Okay. It says B4DTERN says, what's the best car brand you think? Top 5. Okay. Of course, Toyota and Honda. But if you don't got the money for that, you don't got the money for Toyota and Honda, because obviously they're the top for a reason. I know everybody say that because they can back it up and have been for the last since I've been alive. I'm gonna go Mitsubishi and Mazda behind them and Subaru.
Yep.
Those are the top 5.
Did you name 5? Did you name me missing Honda?
Toyota, Honda. I said, see, you sleeping. You're sleeping. I didn't hear Honda. I said that, right, guys?
Hey, guys, you got to remember, most of the brands will coexist with other known names. Like Honda is Acura. Toyota is Lexus. Subaru have something to do with Toyota. They're in bed together some type of way. What else you named? Mitsubishi is, I guess, Mitsubishi. Yeah. A Mazda, I don't know. Mazda been a little.
They still dating Ford.
Yeah, they was dating Ford at one point in time. Guys, somebody write down in the comments. Let me know. I forget. Sometimes I don't have time to read up on the stuff. But yeah, that's how it worked. GM is a whole bunch of stuff. VW is Lamborghini, Bugatti. That's it, didn't we?
Yeah. No, last time you did.
Yeah. That Audi. Lamborghini. You get what I'm saying.
Listen, y'all, I'm gonna take like 2 more because he about to start misfiring right quick. That's what he do when he get tired. He says, Barry G says, where are you guys located? In just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, in Morrow, Georgia, near the Atlanta airport, not far from
Forest
there.
Park.
Gene 1984. What's up, Gene? What you been doing? Says, hey, I need your help on Hyundai insurance. Won't insure the car unless the immobilizer.
Look, that's another Hyundai issue.
Where you at, Sheree?
Look, I got something funny to tell y'all. Y'all know the Hyundai Genesis? Hyundai Genesis. I probably say Hyundai wrong, but I'm putting emphasis on Genesis. Guess what? One of my Genesis customers told me. Was it a Genesis? Yeah. Oh, Hyundai said this. We no longer work on Genesis. You got to taking them chances.
How?
I'm like,
How?
It's your freaking car.
When you the daddy, Maury.
They don't even want to work on their own stuff. That ought to tell you something right there, man.
He the daddy, so why he don't want to deal with this
They don't
problem
want to pay
child?
child support no more.
Crazy.
You bad.
But not for real though. Not only they won't insure the car unless they mobilize and install, but that I heard. I just read an article the other day that don't even work still. Yeah. So I don't know. But that's for you, Sheree. All this Hyundai and crap stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's
hilarious. It's a big joke. That car company is a joke.
It says, just purchase that. I'll trade in a couple of years for a Toyota. Please do. If I come to Georgia, I'll stop by. Yes, I have a Kia as well, 23, and have a lawyer now dealing with that. Supposed to be brand new. Yes, please stop by.
Horrible, man.
Everybody is family. We had customers come from Alabama, all kinds of stuff. Like, we're cool. Says, I'm new here to your live, but I'll be back and support you guys. Have to do it. Thank you so much, Sheree. Have a good evening.
Somebody said they can't get their car insured.
But I will I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here. Right, yeah.
Oh, my brother.
We'll see him tomorrow. We'll see him tomorrow. Guys, we love you so much, but it is 9. It's been a whole hour and 25 minutes. We will catch you again Sunday, 7:30.
We'll
Make sure we will be on time. Hopefully, if our crazy kids don't do nothing to mess it up. But taking more car questions from you guys and trying to help you out the best we can. Thank you for coming to the live.
Yes, I really enjoyed you all tonight. I love you. Much love from him. Please have a safe holidays. Alex, the car doctor, out.
See you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.